Lord have mercy. I have been live all summer. This is great. Awesome. Come on in, y'all. Say hi. I make a few minutes here for people to kind of gather. Boom. There's my man, Stingray. Man, you are always there for me, brother. I appreciate you so much. How's it going? You see, I got my gear on, right? I don't have the fancy podcast tonight, the fancy whatever. What am I looking for? The OBS, the virtual studio. Um, I've had a trying day today. I got to tell you, I spent 4 hours working on the video, and my stupid software wouldn't spit the thing out properly, and so I just had to junk it, and I was so pissed off I couldn't believe it. So I said, "Well, I'm not letting opening day, opening practice go unnoticed and uncommented upon without showing up here." So not a lot of fanfare tonight, but I did want to make an appearance, say hi to y'all. Appreciate you. Be sure you say hi when you come in. Announce yourself, please and thank you. I've been watching all day. The practice footage. I've been watching, particularly this afternoon. They have some very cool interviews with some of the babies in the group, and it's fun to see them and see their response to everything. It's good, man. I tell you who I really like. I like this Shandavian Bradley. I like that guy a lot. That guy looks good. He really does. And I'm sure there are others that they interviewed. Hype said that they were going to give an opportunity for some of the freshmen to get some promo time, and those interviews are worth checking out. I'll post them later in the week if I can get my software working. God, man, it's so frustrating doing this, trying to make and produce videos, because sometimes your software that does that, and I have the best there is, it just decides to take a dump, and there's nothing you can do about it, and then you got to become a tech and go figure out what the is wrong with it, right? So, yeah, Sting, you're right about that. Great interviews. When you come in, be sure you hammer that like button for me. Appreciate it. And I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people here tonight, because I made a mention yesterday in a post that I was going to be doing a live tonight, regardless. Um, but I didn't promote it today because I had like a 45-minute video done, and man, uh, uh. But I'll tell you about what that video was about. By the way, I'm eating a clove. See, it's a clove, right out of a little spice, right off the grocery store shelf. I am told that cloves have an amazing benefit, health benefit to you, to your gut, to your teeth, um, to your diabetes, blood sugar. So I've been eating cloves over the summer. Anybody ever have any experience eating cloves? They're kind of spicy, right? They get a little hot. I remember there used to be a, clove gum. Anybody else remember that? Sure you do. If you're kind of close to my age, you'll remember that. That's exactly what these little things taste like. Anyway, I ramble. So the video today that got trashed and is sitting in the ether somewhere was about the media event that took place yesterday on Rocky Top about with Coach Heupel, with Coach Banks, the defensive coordinator, and Coach Joey, the new offensive coordinator, right? And I tell you, after spending 3 hours cutting those interviews together into the now sadly departed video, I've never been more excited for this season than I could imagine that I was. I'm more excited for this season than I was last season. I mean, you have to learn to read between the lines with these guys, with what they say, with about, you know, when they get asked specific questions, how they dodge, or how they have a little twinkle in their eye and not dodge. Man, it's exciting. Um, Couple things. There was a linebacker from Nashville, right outside of Nashville. You'll remember this. I did a show on this. Arian Carter, right from Smyrna. And the word I get, they think this guy is going to start at linebacker as a freshman. And remember, I talked earlier about this kid from kid. He's a grown ass man at this point. This transfer in from BYU, Keeley. I can't remember Keeley's last name. Somebody help me out on that. But that's when I was really excited about in the spring game. I was excited to see him play. He did not. That was a source of disappointment for me. And I was excited to see Dante Thornton play, the receiver from Oregon, transfer. And I tell you, without trying to get people excited about these two people, people are talking about these two guys. They're talking about Aaron Carter. Now, Arian Carter. Now we know Joe. We know Joe's going to be kick ass. We just know that, right? I mean, Joe, I'm donning a new name for Joe. Joe-zooka. All right. I'm calling it right here. I'm going to have merch. I'm going to have Joe-zooka t-shirts. I know people call him Bazooka Joe, but I go against the grain. I'm not a sheep person. I like to create my own little thing. Like everybody says, smash that. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Everybody does that. I want to say hammer that like button, hammer that subscribe button. And by the way, if you haven't done that in a while, please feel free to do so. I tell you, I just got so excited about watching all the talk, watch the coaches talk about this upcoming season and how competitive it is out there on the field and the depth that they have. The big question, as I am to understand it at this point, and those of you who know more than I, please fill me in. The big question, again, number one, is will the defensive backfield, will they stand up, show up, and kick some ass and grow up and be better than they were last year? Now, I can't help but think that they will be because they can't be any worse than they were last year. Right? I mean, seriously, they were terrible last year and still had a fairly good result as a football team. So that's the area we don't know 100% about yet. But with the improvement in the linebacker core, the linebacker room, that may give them some help, some leeway. With an improved defensive line as well, and by improved I mean more experienced. I just think they're going to be better defensively, and once they are, holy crackers! Katie bar the door, whoever Katie is, and whatever door they're talking about. Let me see. Big Orange, Nat 3. Love you. Ooh, thank you. Still remember the story you told about the sick chickens? I was just okay. Here's the thing. Let me finish it. Excuse me. Hate that game didn't go as planned. Was it sick? Yeah, it was the sick chickens. It was the sick effing chickens. As my buddy Charlie Ray would say. Stingray says defense has got to be better than last year. Well, yeah, you're right. Well, it can't be worse in the backfield. But then when you look at the whole season about the defense, it wasn't horrible. It was just a couple of three players, a couple of three pieces on the chessboard that just weren't quite up to the task, right? Maybe that has a lot to do with the outside pressure from the edge, or up the middle from the linebackers. Who knows? But let me get back to Big Orange Net. Yes, it was the sick chickens. And here's a story that I'm going to relate to you about that. Music for me, 007. I'm my Ohio State brother, my Buckeye. Where's my Buckeye? I had a Buckeye here. I was going to show you. It's somewhere here. I'm going to be right with you, Sean. Hang on. Got to tell the story. So I'm down here. I moved down to Florida, right? So I'm down here on the beach taking pictures. If any of you are coming to the beach, you can look at DestinFamilyPortraits.com. That is me. And I'm taking beautiful portraits here on the beach. So now, every year, my family, we meet at the opening home game in Knoxville. All right. So Nurse Ratchet, you'll remember her. She healed me and came and take care of me when I had my my heart surgery last year. Well, she says, "Well, what do you think? Are we going to meet?" And I'm going, you know what? I don't. It's like a 9-hour drive from where I am. Now, see, I was in Nashville, 2.5 hours, right? From just from Franklin, boom, over the 840 up the 40 and over the 40, and there I am. 2.5 hours. 9 hours. 9 hours. And I'm going, She says, "We've got tickets for Austin P." And I went, "Austin P?" Hell no, man. Hurl no. I'm not going to drive. I love my Vols, but 9 hours. Austin P are the only tickets that are left in the Tennessee football season. And you know why? Because Austin P released their tickets. They said, "No, we're not coming." And so they gave them a whole Austin P section back to the University of Tennessee. That's funny. That's the only way we were able to go. But now we're not going. I don't want to drive 9 hours there, 9 hours back. And then I said, "Well, I'll just fly." And so I'm like in Destin, right? And it's got an airport about that big around, right? Oh, made you look. Remember that old joke? So I decided, I just decided not to go. Nugs, what up, brother? How you doing, man? Long time no stream. I know. Well, it's back now. We're back because I've been trying to make a living and move in and that whole thing. So we're back. We're back in the saddle. And I'm a little sore from the saddle, I might add. Good to see you, Nugs. Thank you. So anyway, we decided that we're not going to go to the game this year, that my family's going to come here and we're going to watch the game on the beach. Okay. So now there are 2 games in September. They have to have this, they have to travel in September. There are 2 games in September that are worthy and right? Number 1 is the Florida game, which is at Florida at the Swamp, which is on the 16th. And then on the 30th, wow, sick chickens. So my family's going to come either for the Florida game or the sick chickens game. And I don't know which one. Leave some comments. Let me know, what do you think about both of those games? I don't care how bad they suck, Florida. Anytime you have to play Florida at Gainesville, at the Swamp, it's tough. It's tough. But I'll guarantee you one damn thing: the sick chicken's going to get their ass handed to them on a platter. They're going to be walking like John Wayne, if you know what I mean, back to the bus. Some of them even going to be standing up on the bus going to the airfield. So what do you think? What do you think is going to be the better game? Florida at the Swamp or sick chickens at Neyland? All right, let me see what else we got. Nugs, I appreciate you being back in the fold. Thank you, sir. Big Orange Nat. What about that fan base? Let's go. We did. We sold out the season. There's not a ticket. There's not a ticket anywhere except for Austin P. And that's because Austin P gave all their tickets back at the last minute. So giant projector on the beach. I like that idea a lot. That'd be fun. Both are worthy, but this year we need to get back at those bastard chickens. You're right. Florida slightly scares me in the Swamp. Does me too. Does me too. Man, do you realize 31 days? 31 days. I mean, we have made it. They are back practicing. And they have their first contact Thursday. Whoa. You know, they're just in the pads and the helmet and their little shorties right now, throwing the ball around. Hey, here's something that I thought was interesting, and I want to know why. If anybody knows, please let me know, because I'm not the smartest man in the room. So I'm looking at the team picture. All right. And I'm going, okay, so there's Coach Hype right down there on the front row, and then right next to him is Joe and Joe-zooka. What do you think of Joe-zooka, by the way? Can we do something out of that? Rebecca, hallelujah. The drought is almost over. You're right. You're right, babe. It is. So there's Hype in the middle, and then right next to him is Joe Milton, and then on the front row it's all seniors, right? And I'm going, there's a protocol here of getting your picture taken. You know, it's right in the stadium, right? And it goes up like 40 rows or something like that. And so I started noticing a hierarchy in how they seat the players in this group team photo, right? I'm saying, well, okay, there's the guy, there's that guy. Where is Nico? So I'm looking for number 12. Where's Nico? Well, no, not number 12. That's a defensive guy. Where is Nick? Guess what? Nico is no longer number 12. Nico is back to his original high school number 8. So I'd like to know the story on that. If anybody knows, I think what happened is, well, I don't know what happened. I know he was talking about his number back during the Orange Bowl. You know, he went to the Orange Bowl game. He didn't play, but he practiced and was like the scout guy, you know, the scout quarterback against our defense. And he was wearing the number 12. And he was asked about that. And hey, Remander, how you doing, man? Welcome back to the season. Thanks for coming along tonight. And he had mentioned the fact that, 8 was really kind of his number in high school, but he was happy to be whatever was available, and he chose 12 and whatever. But for some reason, he is now back to where his number is 8. I like that number better for him than 12. I don't know why. I just do. I just do. Rebecca says, I don't think they could officially pick numbers in the spring from what you heard. Okay. I didn't know that. So the 12 was a temporary thing with him coming in as a freshman and yada, yada, yada. Right? Okay. All right. Sean, Ohio State. I think there was a. I got to bang you. I got to bang on you for that. Didn't we just get an Ohio State guy that thought was going to Ohio State? Didn't we just get that guy? Did we? Or am I making that up? I think we did. I forget his name, but what else have I learned here as we get ready to talk about this for another 6 months? Oh, this is exciting. So, what did I read? Oh, 17 of the 19 Spillman. Yeah. 7. Oh, look, Sean. Sean, don't make excuses. Everybody knew he was leaning to Tennessee. Come on. Take it like a man. Whether he's leaning or not. I like to get people. Ron, I'm really not threatened by Ohio State. I don't think they're obnoxious. I don't. They're a great football team, great tradition. So I don't have a problem, even if it had gone to Ohio State. But I'm glad we got him. I have a problem with Georgia, right? I love it when we steal them from Georgia, right? Hey, we got Northwestern's best linebacker in the portal. Okay, I read that as well. But here's what I was going to say. 17 of the 19 recruits for 2024 for the University of Tennessee volunteer tackle football team, 17 were 4 or 5 stars. And that hasn't happened in a super long time. Super long time. So everything is coming along. I bring you good news. In that regard, everything is coming along the way it should be. And really, really honestly, I think way ahead of schedule. Am I off base when I say way ahead of schedule? I don't think so. I mean, this is the dude's 3rd year, right? Now, they got to do it again this year. And I love their attitude about, hey, we can't bring with us what we did last year to this year. We can't bring it. We got to start all over. And I love that mentality. I just love that mentality. Now, yesterday, and this was part of today's video that I produced that got blown up. It was great to hear Hype talk. It was great to hear Tim Banks talk, the defensive coordinator. Well, he's kind of a quiet guy. He doesn't seem like a kick-ass defensive. He's not a fiery guy at all, at least behind the podium. Maybe he is on the field. I don't know. But it was awesome hearing Coach Joey talk about the football team. It was just awesome. That guy, I'm sorry, for my money, he is the most well-spoken, well-intentioned coach in college football. I'm sorry. That guy, and I'm not sorry, really. I'm just, hey, I shouldn't say that about Heupel, but and I'm not. It's not a negative. It's not a knock on Heupel. That's why Heupel has him, because this guy has these skills and he's able to communicate so well, and that's amazing. The problem is he's going to be gone in 2 years. Once they win a national championship, he's gone. He is out. And then we got Mackenzie Milton probably. Who knows? So, but I was impressed by that number. 17 out of 19, the 2024 folks are 4-star or 5-star. That's pretty impressive. That's going to help a whole lot. All right, who's got questions? Who's got something they can educate me on? Big, vast knowledge there, right? What are we thinking? Now, I tell you, while you formulate your questions and your responses. So here's what I'm doing. I'm down in Florida. I have a company, Destin Family Portraits.com, and you can find it on Facebook as well. And I have some other YouTube channels that are in development. Now, I just want to address this channel. Look, this video channel was supposed to be a media channel, a pop culture media channel, right? But it didn't turn out that way. It turned out to be a Tennessee channel. And I'm trying to figure out what I can do in terms of a name change to make it. Right now the channel name is Nash Rocket Media, right? Because that's what it was in Nashville. And I'm trying to figure out the nuance of changing a name. I mean, I've got almost 3,000 subscribers, and I don't want to lose any of those, but I want to make this channel exclusively a Tennessee channel. Okay. So, because I think it's confusing, Nash Rocket Media, Tennessee channel, the world according to Rocket. I don't think it's honed in with some sort of laser focus that it needs, right? So it's not confusing to people. If you have any thoughts on that, let me know, because I don't want to lose subscribers. In fact, I want to grow subscribers, and we will do a better job of doing that this year. See, I didn't get started with this channel until the Kentucky game last year, and within a month that was monetized because I was blessed. A lot of people were buying what I was selling, and Tennessee fans are great, and I think it's clear that I'm a huge Tennessee fan, but I didn't have the whole season to grow this channel, and I couldn't do it last year because I had just had my heart surgery and I lost my voice. Yeah, from that frickin' tube they shove down you while they're keeping you alive, while they're cracking you open like a lobster. So when was it? February? I had the surgery in February, and I really didn't get I couldn't talk for 3 months. And my voice didn't come back to this mellifluous thing that you hear now. It didn't come back until Kentucky. And so I'm anxious to get this channel up and rolling, but I'm wondering if I should, change it to a Tennessee football name, right? So it's not confusing to people. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Has anyone seen the Tennessee Kentucky beer barrel some of the interns painted? I have not. Big Orange Nat, you need to get on with Sports Talk Jay and Boogie Bentley. Boogie is very open to helping fellow YouTubers. He's got a big chat. Yeah, he does. Both those guys done great. And particularly Sports Talk Jay, we kind of started at the same time. He's done really, really well. Now, and he's a great example. Both of them are great examples of, man, they have just stayed laser focused on what they do. And, kudos to them. Great job. My interest in terms of the channel, I am an AI guy. I'm an image guy. I make imagery, and I have an AI channel that's being built. And, I do a lot. That takes up a lot of my time. And I also need to pay the bills at the same time. And that's why I am a photographer by trade. And that's why I moved down here, because it's easier to do that here and laser focus on that one genre of photography, which is family portraits on the beach. That way I get to go to the beach a lot. I don't have to work really, really hard in terms of long hours. I can do the shoot, I can edit the shoot, collect the money, and get back to Tennessee football. Yeah. So anyway, by the way, well, no, I'm not going to say that yet. We're not up and running yet. I was going to promote the new website, but it's not quite finished yet. So there we go. So that's what's about me. What else do I need to know from you guys? If you haven't hit the like button and you're here, I'd appreciate it if you would do that. We're actually running longer than I thought we would run tonight, but I didn't want you to think that I wasn't interested in being here from day one. And this is day one, right? And I'm going to be here day one until January, what is it? 10th, when we win the national championship. I know. I'm optimistic. Now, look, here's my prediction. I do not think we're going to go undefeated this year. I do not. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think we're going to beat Georgia this year. Alabama at home scares me. And I tell you something else that is kind of bothering me a little bit. So we have Texas A&M. We have Texas A&M at home. We have Alabama on the road. And then we turn around and have Kentucky on the road in 3 consecutive weeks. Man, that is a tough little grind. 1, 2 person get hurt during that little period. You know, that can ruin a season, right? So that is real. That's where I am looking at. Beating Alabama at Alabama, I think that's if we go 12-1 or 11-1 or whatever, I think that's the loss. Alabama at Alabama. But I don't know that for sure. I think we will beat. I think I hate to say this, but this is not what my heart says. It's what my logic brain says. Alabama will be a tough win. And that stretch right there, particularly if there's an injury, because it's such a hard thing. Texas A&M, Alabama, Kentucky. Oh, man, are you kidding me? With Alabama and Kentucky both on the road. Whew. 1 or 2 bang-up injuries. Man, that's tough. Really is. That could be rough. So it ain't no easy road to hoe, y'all. Right? But we're back. It's exciting. And I appreciate you being here. Let me see. A&M is scary too. Well, they weren't scary last year. I think the whole Jimbo Fisher thing was kind of a joke, really. Paying that man $100 million. Are you kidding me? Please. I don't think so. But there's some big boys coming in here, and they're tough, and they will be competitive. But we're not going to get beat in Neyland. See, when I was a kid, we called it Neyland. Anybody remember that? When I was a kid, it was Neyland, General Bob Neyland. And now the past little while, past decade or two, it's been Neyland. So I'm still fluctuating back and forth with that. Hey, Big Orange Nat, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Catch you on the next one. You're right. You sure will. And Rebecca, thank you. And Sean, thank you, sir. I look forward to sparring with you a lot this year, and I wish you all the best. Maybe it's Tennessee and Ohio State for the Natty, right? Maybe. Who knows? Ramander, great to see you again. Stingray, as always. Nugs. Hang on a second. I missed something from Natty here. I really think I'm much improved. The backfield's almost all seniors. Plus, the linebacker room is stacked. They sure are. I see Aaron Carter getting significant PT. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting. And what's really here's what I'm excited about. Here's ooh, did you see what Sean just wrote? I got Alabama going 15-0, beating Ohio State in the Natty. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. That's a respectful opinion. Hope you're wrong. But I'd rather see Ohio State. If that happens, I'm yelling for Ohio State. Guarantee. All right, man. I'll see y'all next time. Keep in touch. I'm back. And as soon as I get this stupid software fixed, I'll be popping out them videos. So thank you all very much. You guys are awesome. 31 days. Actually, it's almost tomorrow, so let's call it 30 days. 30 days, man. Man, I love it. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Go Big Orange.